Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Good evening and welcome to live basketball coverage on the Community Radio Network, the online home of your Clayton Comets. Trace Knight and Mr. Wesley Allen call this evening in 4 Oaks, North Carolina, right outside of Benson and the home of the South Johnston, the Trojans. Tonight we have an in-conference matchup as the Comets face off against the Trojans, who come in with a 17-2 overall record. They're 4-1 in the conference as well. The Trojans are led by head coach Mr. Brody Massengale, also the athletic director for the Trojans as well. Although the Trojans come in averaging 70 points a game, that number has taken a dive in the last 2 matchups as they received the loss against East Wake Warriors by a score of 49-41 and receiving the win over Cleveland 47-42. But watch out for these Comets of the Clayton High School, led by longtime head coach Mr. Deddy and Medlin, and winners of the last 4. They come in with a 9-8 overall record and 3-2 in the conference record. During this win streak, they picked up wins against Northern High out of Durham for the Big 8-3A conference, as well as Cleveland Triple S, and just a couple nights ago against the West Johnston High School. This will be the second time these two teams have faced off this season. First was back on January 11th, and the Trojans came away with the win by a score of 55-43. But if you look at the common opponents record, both of these teams are sitting at 5-1.
That's right. And a very, very quick new HiQ Energy Drink pregame tip-off as we're set to go here in just a couple of moments with player introductions and get this thing started.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's varsity matchup between the Clayton Comets and your South Johnston Trojans. And now for the starting lineups. First for the visiting Comets, number 2, Joquan Ross. Number 5, Justin Bell. Number 15, Karsten Crumpler. Number 20, Javante Long. And number 24, Cameron Walden. And now for your South Johnston Trojans. Number 0, Thomas Dees. Number 3, Jaquan Smith. Number 15, Jacob Thornton. Number 23, Kobe Norris. And number 34, C.J. Ray.
Well, thank you very much to our public address announcer there. Well, Trace Knight, what do you think, buddy? Keys to the game. What's it going to take for Clayton to win this matchup here on the road? And they've really been doing good on a 4-win streak.
The magic number to win this game, to upset the Trojans, is 50 points. If you can keep them at 50 or below 50, you've got a great shot of continuing that win streak and head to 5 and head to 4-2 in the conference. Right now they're sitting 3-2. Crumpler and number 34 and Carl Ray will be the 2 men down low right now.
We hope you've enjoyed the new High-Q Energy Drink pregame tip-off as we get set for the game now between the Varsity men, Comets and Trojans here in Benson, North Carolina on CRN Network.
And Thomas Dees gets the basketball on the left-hand side, gives it over to number 34 and CJ Ray outside of number 3, Draquan Smith. He brings it outside, gives it back over to number 0 and gives it back over to number 15, Jacob Thornton. They're playing a fast pace so far. And once again, there's number 34 and CJ Ray puts it up for the 3, and it's good. So right now, 7:34. It's a 3-point ball game for the Trojans. And Justin Bell, number 5, gives it over to Ross, number 2, puts it up. A nice little move to get inside. But there's Crumpler. And he had the offensive rebound. But taken away is Kobe Norris, number 23. They're going to call a foul on Crumpler, number 15. So that's going to be his first. And after that, the Trojans are going to have the basketball. 7:22. The clock will continue to run. Thomas Dees will be the inbounder. He's picked up by Justin Bell. He gives it over to number 23 and Kobe Norris. Outside to number 34 and CJ Ray. Gives back over to Dees. They're staying behind. Great defense so far. It's thrown away. The Comets are going to have the basketball. Last touch by Kobe Norris, number 23. Had a hard time handling that fastball. And here comes your Clayton Comets. Number 20 and Javante Long will be the inbounder. Looking for Cameron Walden. He decides to keep it. Gives it outside to Ross. He's picked up by number 3 in Smith. And he's playing. Look at the hands by Smith. And there's Ross. They're going to play a jump ball. It will be a jump ball fought by Draquan Smith and Draquan Ross. Same name, just spelled just a little bit differently. No relation there, Wesley.
That's right.
So it's going to be, after the jump ball, the possession area goes to the Comets. So Walden will be the inbounder. Gives it over to Javante Long. He's picked up by Dees. There's Justin Bell right at the free throw line. And he gives it over to Ross himself. Nice little behind under the leg move. Gives it over to Long. Puts it up for 3, and it's good. Javante Long, number 20. And we have a tied ball game, 6:33. Smith gets the ball. He's picked up by Long. Gives it over to number 23 in Norris. And he gives it over to Ray. That's C.J. Ray. There's Dees for the 3. Puts it up and goes in, goes out, then goes right back in. Thomas D with a 3. All 3 possessions for both of these teams, having all 3 so far. Walden wants 3, decides to bring it inside, gives it over to Javante Long on the outside. He steps up, gives it to Walden inside. He puts it up, and no good. Controlled by Ray, number 34. That's C.J. Ray. He gives it over to Smith on the left-hand side. He gives it over to Dees right in the corner behind the 3. And this gets stepped out of bounds. It'll be a turnover. 5:52 here in the first quarter. It's a 3-point ball game, all by 3s here.
In the early going. 6-3, a 3-point game, as Trace Knight said. Let's give you the teletape real quick. The Comets are on the road. They are wearing blue on white and black with their numbers in white. And then, of course, the hometown is the Trojans. They're wearing white on white with gold and green numbers.
And you got to love the classic blue.
I have a habit of doing that. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You got to love the classic blue by this Comets team.
Yes.
Walden gives it over. Crumpley brings it inside, and it's going to be a foul. If that would have went in, it would have counted. It would have been an and 1, but nonetheless, he still gets 2 shots here against number 23 in Kobe Norris. That's going to be his first tonight. So Crumpler is going to get 2 shots here.
Kobe Norris, first team foul on the Comets.
And he puts it up, and just a little too short. He didn't look comfortable at all on that free throw line. Did you see high school OT did a really good...
No, I've been on the road.
That's true. They did a really good kind of a...
article about the Comets?
Well, about Crumpler and his, candidacy to be a D1 prospect. 5:21 here in the first quarter. It's still a 3-point ball game. Gives it over to Kobe Norris behind the 3. He's picked up by Walden. Gives it over to Ray. He's picked up by Crumpler. He brings it inside, spin move. Right at the free throw line. Gives it out to D for the 3. Puts it up, and it's good.
Wow.
He's got a great shot. Oh, my goodness.
What a shot.
Smooth.
Number 0, Thomas Dees.
That's his second 3, and he has 6 points so far. Your score is 5:07.9 for the Trojans, 3 for the Comets. Javante Long gets the pass from Walden. Gives it over to Justin Bell. He brings it up, and it's going to be out of bounds. It looked like it could have been a foul, but they're going to give it out of bounds. So the Comets will have the basketball. Looks like Draquan Ross, number 2, gives it over to Cameron Walden. He's picked up by Ray. Gives it over to Justin Bell. Back over to Javante Long. He's picked up by D. He's right behind the three-point line. He steps back a little bit, gives it over to Walden on the right-hand side. That means they're going to play right to left.
That's right.
And the Trojans are playing a zone defense, and that zone defense took it away from the Comets, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the Comets. The Trojans have the basketball.
Again, as we look at the statistics here, as we look statistically where we're at right now, 9-3, the score, down by 6. East Wake is 5-0, 13-4, 6 wins straight. South Johnston, who's here tonight, 4-1, 17-2 on the season, 1 win. Clayton is on 4 wins straight, 3-2 in the conference. This will decide 4-2 and 4-2. This could even it up here in the bracket. If Clayton can win, South Johnston could fall to 4-2. Clayton can go to 4-2 and have a tie for second.
They're going to need
in
to
the
do.
standings.
They're going to need to do. They're not shooting the ball particularly well so far here in the first. But what Cameron Walden just did, he caused the foul. He went up against 3 of the guys.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's not going to work every single time. But to let them know you're going to play physical down low, it gives your shooters a chance to win this ball game.
Yes.
So Cameron Walden just made both of his free throws, which is a great sign for this. The Comets basketball team.
4:18 remaining in the first period. It is a 6-point game now. Trojans here at home up over the Comets by 6, 11-5.
So Ray will be able to get the inbound pass. He's picked up by Crumpler, number 15. He stays behind the three-point line, gives it over to D. He puts it up, and it's, oh my goodness.
Nails it. 3 straight three-pointers. Field goals for number 0.
Man,
the guard junior, Thomas Dees. The man's on fire.
And it looks good coming out of his
Yes.
hands. Cameron Walden brings it up the left-hand side. He gives it over to Javante Long. Nice little move. Step-back move. Puts it up. No good. And there's Crumpler. No, and it's taken away by the Trojans.
Oh, they about lost it. Crumpler dove to the ground. He's fighting for the ball. Look at him, Trey Stein. They're going to call a foul or a jump ball and give it back to South.
Wow, look at the hustle by Crumpler.
Gotta love the passion by Karsten Crumpler. Fighting so hard. Give me that ball. Give me that rock. I want it.
So 3:35 here in the first quarter. D has the ball. He's picked up by Justin Bell. He gives it over number 23 and Kobe Norris. There is Smith, puts it up for 3, and it's good.
Another three-point shot, number 3, Jaquan Smith, the 5'10 senior guard for South Johnston. 17-5. Comets are down by 12.
And Javante Long wants the three-pointer. He decides to get it over to Justin Bell, number 5. He's picked up by number 15 in Thornton. Puts it over Long 2, no good. Taken away by Ray with a defensive rebound. Gives it over to Smith, number 3 of the Trojans. He brings it up the center of the court. He's picked up by Javante Long. He picks it up. And somehow, oh my goodness.
Wow.
You know what's going right when all of a sudden you go through the free throw line, just throw it behind your back, and it goes in. Something is going right. That's Jaquan Smith's 5th point so far. 2:56, we have a 30-second timeout. We're going to take one with him. You're tuned in to live coverage right here on the CRN Sports Network.
Coming soon, the new wave of hydration and energy drink HIQ. This new product is all natural.